Let's see if I can make a video out of this story. That all my life, as I remember, not all my life, the way I do the things is that there is a saying that is, I prefer the bad unknown thing, whatever, life or object that you have, you prefer the one that is bad and you know it. So your husband, I prefer the bad and known husband than the good husband but unknown. And there could be another one that it would be, I prefer the good and that I know than the bad unknown. Most of the no. This is the end. So most of the people would be like the last one. That is the good husband unknown than the bad unknown. I'm never gonna go out searching for another husband or wife or whatever thing in any value that you have in every scale. Because let's talk about the husband and that's it. But it's about everything. I prefer the good thing husband, the good thing known than the bad thing unknown. And I prefer the bad thing unknown than the good thing known. Always in my life. And in a way, it doesn't mean that you have to break completely with the known. But you are very open to even maybe suffer for the unknown. And once you realize that the unknown becoming known is like it would heal any suffering, because there was no suffering, there was nothing, because the machine of that suffering is called curiosity. And when your curiosity is real, honest with yourself, and is not taking advantage or offending other people in a way that you would be offended, which I mean only be honest with yourself. The rest, every 500 years, they can change the laws of the society. So the only invasion that is the good, well, not the good, the only invasion that is for the evolution of the humanity is this conceptual invasion that has been with us all the time, because we are all born the same, all of us. And the message is said by many types of different people but once they show you a ceiling, that was not the path. Only when you are absolutely sure that your path is the limitless and unlimited and is your own, call it universe, but it's life. And being conscious about life is like release completely if you had any fear for death. But this is only words, because once you feel all these things, you don't need to understand anything. And I felt it many times in my life. The problem is that I never knew how to share this. And I could share it today on real time, having this conversation. And now what I do is putting this in a can, boom, without the magic of the moment happening. Because what I'm doing now is remembering what conversation I was having. And in that conversation, I didn't have to remember anything because everything was new. It's like automatic writing, that some people think that they are possessed by someone, an extraterrestrial or whatever, and they start writing. But the thing is that by writing, automatic writing, if they don't find who is writing, that's the ceiling. And probably you are not aware of many other levels of awareness because you are writing. And you are writing in a very, very, very... So if you think that you are an automatic writer and that's it, just disconnect. And I'm sure anybody who has had some kind of automatic writing is just being honest with yourself and not letting your rational mind to write. I think I have never done it with a pencil, but I've done it many times typing, because my typing is so connected with my, I don't know, higher level of consciousness. I learned when I was 17, and the way I learned it has nothing to do with the method. It has to do with what I felt. It was the moment of my life. When I was kicked out of high school for being different. I was not kicked out, I was invited not to come back the next year, but it was because when I was invited to come back, I said no, thanks. Because if you are judging me for what I did, I don't want to come back to your class, and that was philosophy class. Yeah. So the automatic way of typewriter that I had, I've done it sometimes. It doesn't matter. It's just a practice of something. But that's not the end. And my videos is higher than any text that I could write. But my no videos is higher than that. And my no words are higher than that. It's always an easy way to see the no duality when, as a child, when I prefer the good thing, the bad thing and that is known than the bad thing unknown. No, than the good thing unknown. Shit, I'm making a mess. But it doesn't matter. For me, it's very clear, but then the words can be mixed up. So the unknown is coming from this sentence. What is behind that? Why this sentence is a slogan and is for the whole humanity, has to be chosen that way? Because as I said, if the unknown is just giving me the power of increasing my curiosity, the unknown is better than the known. And I think I said in the previous video that if your path is not unknown, you are in someone else's path. Something that you read, that you saw, somebody told you, you've been training. Feel your path. And it doesn't have to be absolutely different in everything in a physical way, but it has to be absolutely different in everything in the rest of the ways that they are not physical. It's the ways that you are feeling. Because you're not going to feel the same way as any other person doing the same thing. So imagine doing all the things the same way.